If you want a man to truly value you, protect you, pursue you with intention, and stay emotionally invested in you, there are 8 things you should never do for him. And some of these are going to hit hard, because the very things that feel loving in the moment can quietly train a man to take you for granted. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see the difference between love that deepens connection and behavior that slowly drains your power inside the relationship. Here's the truth underneath all of it. A healthy relationship is not built by a woman overgiving until a man finally realizes her worth. It is built when both people bring honesty, effort, respect, and emotional safety to the table. The moment you start abandoning yourself just to keep him, the relationship may continue for a while, but the respect begins to crack. Let's get into it. Number 1, never become his mother. The second you start managing a man like he is your personal project, attraction starts suffocating, reminding him of every appointment, fixing every mess, pushing his goals harder than he pushes them himself, rescuing him from the consequences of his own choices. That is not partnership. That is parenting with lipstick on. And at first, it can feel innocent. You tell yourself, I'm just helping. But if you keep doing for a man what he should be doing for himself, you don't create closeness. You create dependency. And dependency without responsibility kills respect. A grown man should feel your warmth, not your supervision. Love him, yes. Support him, yes. But do not carry him like he is your son and then wonder why the romance feels weak. Number 2, never audition for love. This is one of the biggest mistakes women make. You think if you are sweet enough, available enough, patient enough, generous enough, sexy enough, understanding enough, then eventually he will choose you. But love is not an audition. And commitment is not a prize handed to the woman who performs the hardest. If you are always initiating, always fixing the energy, always keeping the conversation alive, always making excuses for his inconsistency, then you are not being chosen. You are overfunctioning. And there's a hidden danger in that. The more you chase clarity from a confused man, the more your nervous system gets attached to crumbs. You start calling anxiety chemistry. You start calling inconsistency mystery. You start calling emotional unavailability potential. No, a man who wants to build with you should not need to be dragged into effort. Stop trying to prove you're worthy of love. Start observing whether he is capable of giving it. Number 3, never lower your standards to keep a man comfortable. If you have to keep shrinking your needs so he can feel like enough, he is not enough for the relationship you actually want. A lot of women don't realize this is happening. It looks small at first. You stop asking for consistency. Then you stop asking for communication. Then you stop asking for clarity. Then one day you wake up in a situationship with a man who has access to your body, your time, your loyalty, and your softness, without ever rising to meet your heart. Standards are not attitude. Standards are not ego. Standards are not you being difficult. Standards are how you protect the future version of yourself from the pain your present loneliness is tempted to tolerate. And listen carefully. The right man is not scared of healthy standards. The wrong man is. Number 4, never apologize for your feelings when your feelings are valid. If something hurt you, confused you, disappointed you, or made you feel unseen, do not rush in to clean up his discomfort before he has even acknowledged your pain. So many women do this. He speaks carelessly. He goes cold. He breaks trust in a subtle way. You finally bring it up calmly. And now somehow you're the one saying, sorry, maybe I'm overthinking. Sorry, maybe I'm too sensitive. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this a big deal. That pattern teaches a man that your pain is negotiable and his defensiveness is the priority. Now let me be clear. If you were disrespectful, yes, own it. If you were unfair, yes, repair it. But never apologize just because the truth made him uncomfortable. A mature relationship can survive honesty. In fact, it requires it. And that leads to the next one, because this is where everything usually starts breaking. Number 5, never swallow your truth just to keep the peace. Silence feels safer in the moment. That's why so many women use it. You tell yourself, it's not worth the fight. Maybe it'll pass. I don't want to seem needy. So you smile, stay quiet, act unbothered. And meanwhile, resentment is building bricks in your chest. The problem is, unspoken truth never disappears. It leaks. It leaks through distance, through coldness, through passive-aggressive comments, through random tears, through losing attraction. through becoming a version of yourself that doesn't even feel like you anymore. Healthy love does not require self-erasure. You do not need to attack to be honest, but you do need to be honest. There is a huge difference between blaming a man and revealing yourself to him. One creates war. The other creates intimacy. A woman who can say, "That hurt me. I need more clarity," or "That does not feel good to me," without shame. That woman is not weak. She is emotionally clean. And emotionally clean women do not lose themselves inside relationships. Number 6. Never use your body to secure what his character has not earned. This one matters. If a man is giving you confusion, inconsistency, emotional distance, mixed signals, or half-commitment, do not respond by giving him deeper access to you and hoping it will turn into love. Physical intimacy can be beautiful in a healthy bond, but it cannot do the job of clarity, safety, respect, and intention. When sex becomes the bridge between you and the commitment you wish existed, you will almost always end up more attached to the fantasy than the reality. And no, this is not about shame. This is about discernment. Your body is not a negotiation tool. It is not a strategy. It is not a discount for a man who has not shown up with integrity. The right man will not be scared off by your boundaries. He will reveal himself through how he responds to them. Number 7. Never make him your whole life. Nothing feels more romantic in the beginning than total emotional fusion. You think about him all day. Your routines start revolving around him. Your mood depends on him. Your peace depends on him. Your self-worth starts taking instructions from his attention. That is not love. That is erosion. The strongest relationships are not built by two people abandoning themselves and clinging to each other for identity. They are built by two whole people choosing connection without losing individuality. Keep your friendships. Keep your purpose. Keep your joy. Keep your standards, your routines, your relationship with yourself, your spiritual life, your passions, your rest. The woman who keeps her light on does not have to beg a man to notice she shines. And here's the twist. Men often say they want a woman who loves deeply. True. But healthy men also deeply respect a woman who is anchored in herself. Number 8. Never ignore your no. This may be the most important one in the whole video. Never betray your own body, your intuition, your values, or your boundaries just because you are afraid of losing a man. If your spirit is saying no, if your stomach tightens, if your chest feels heavy, if something in you keeps whispering, this is not right. Pay attention. No is not cruelty. No is not drama. No is not you being difficult. Sometimes no is the most loving thing you can say to yourself. And this applies to everything. Sex, time, emotional labor, waiting endlessly, accepting disrespect, staying in gray areas, with men who benefit from your loyalty while avoiding real responsibility. If he wants all the privileges of your presence, but none of the weight of real commitment, do not stand there hoping your love will someday turn him into a different man. Some women waste years trying to be unforgettable to a man who was never trying to build anything permanent. Do not become a resting place for a man on his way to someone else. So here's the deeper truth under all 8 of these. The goal is not to become harder. The goal is to become truer. Truer to your standards. Truer to your feelings. Truer to your body. Truer to your worth. Because the woman who stops abandoning herself becomes the woman. A healthy man can finally see clearly. And if this spoke to you, don't just listen to it. Let it change what you tolerate from this day forward. Because your future relationship will be shaped less by what you hope for, and more by what you refuse to keep excusing.